AITA for putting mistakes in my shared Google Doc notes. This is a throwaway account. I, 21M, am currently taking organic chemistry. Needless to say, the class is incredibly tough. Luckily though, I have been studying since day one, so I am doing alright in the class. I am taking the class with a group of friends. So to help them out, I shared the personal notes that I take in class with them via a Google Doc. And I encouraged them to invite anyone they know. Recently, one of my friends invited a friend of theirs. Let's call her Jess, 20F, who I've never really interacted with, but I have a massive crush on. I think she and I would make a great couple. But she's not really into sensitive smart guys. Because on her Instagram, I see all her stories show her out with really jock-like men. Our third exam is in a couple of days. And as I was going through the Google Doc, I realized that she was using my doc. The most you can see who looks at or edits the doc on Google Docs. And most of my other friends would pop up sometimes. But I would see her icon pop up a lot. I also know for a fact that she isn't doing well in the class. So I got a really good idea. I would put subtle mistakes in the doc so that she wouldn't do well in the exam. And then I can offer to tutor her. That way, I can interact with her and talk to her, so that she'll realize that I have a great personality. And we can hopefully go out together. I told my friend about this plan. And they called me an incel. Personally, I think they're overreacting. Because Jess isn't going to do well either way, even if I don't put mistakes. So my plan will actually benefit her grades, while also allowing me to interact with her and talk to her. I think it's a win-win for everyone. But I was wondering if my friend may have been onto something. So AITA? Is this the incel troll again? Or do you seriously think real life works like this? YTA if this is real because you're trying to manipulate a girl into spending time with you. All because of feelings she doesn't share. It's creepy and stalkerish. The way you talk about her is so demeaning and patronizing. YTA absolutely. YTA. This can't be real. Consider the following phrase. I like you, so I'll harm you, so I can save you, so you can view me as a hero. This is straight supervillain logic. It's like a more self-centered version of the plot to Unbreakable. So to be clear, you want to intentionally sabotage someone's grade in a course they're spending money on. Manipulate a woman into spending time with you. Use studying as a cover to hit on a woman who has shown no interest in you. Incel is the right call. And I hope your friends warn this woman about you. YTA. Edit for formatting. YTA. Not only is it a jerk move, but it's creepy. If someone likes you, they'll find the time for you. I don't know a single woman who would want this weird manipulation you're trying to pull. OMG, as a chem major I would be so mad if you had done this to me. Also, as someone who met her boyfriend through organic chemistry, I can guarantee you that being nice and working together is a way better solution than trying to get her to fail an exam. Women in chem have enough issues with sexist lab partners and structural discrimination. Don't add to it. YTA. I'm being a manipulative creep. AITA? Obviously YTA. YTA and an incel and you will end up on our nice guys, no doubt. The fact that you can't see anything wrong with this and think people would agree with you just shows how honestly deranged you are. YTA just offered to tutor her if you're so worried about her progress in the class. Your plan is creepy, over the top, and clearly more focused on getting her to go out with you than on actually helping. Edit. Silly me. I thought you'd actually listen to logic. I hope Jess catches on to you and stays as far away as she can. You're a walking bag of red flags. I hope your friend tells Jess your plan. She deserves to know you're actively trying to manipulate her. Everyone else has said everything else. But just so you know, manipulation is not a good character trait for a partner. Consider being actually smart or sensitive before dating anyone, please. You for real? Think not. In any case, YTA hard dude. She's not really into sensitive smart guys because in her Instagram, I see all her stories show her out with really jock-like men. Ah, so you're a nice guy. TM. Coming up with devious plans to sabotage and manipulate your crush into your arms so that you can save her from all those undeserving idiot jocks. You're doing the good work. Continue on your path. YTA. I would put subtle mistakes in the doc so that she wouldn't do well in the exam. And then I can offer to tutor her. Your friend is absolutely correct in their evaluation of your plan. They are your notes. If she started to do worse in class because of errors in your notes, why would she turn to you for tutoring? She's already not doing well just studying your notes independently. Why wouldn't you just offer to tutor her using your notes without errors? I think she and I would make a great couple. But she's not really into sensitive smart guys. Because on her Instagram, I see all her stories show her out with really jock-like men. Then you're not her type, and even if you got to tutor her and interact more closely with her, the odds are that nothing would develop romantically, and you need to accept that as a perfectly okay outcome before even offering to tutor her. YTA. Just talk to her. You have a talking point in the notes. Mention you noticed that she was using it, not how much, and ask if they're helping and if there's anything you can clarify. Do not sabotage her or anyone else. Do not be manipulative. Be upfront and just frickin' talk. I, 21M, am currently taking organic chemistry. Needless to say, the class is incredibly tough. My old university roommates took organic chemistry. They said it was slightly less forgiving than an OSHA inspector with a cheating spouse. I am taking the class with a group of friends. So to help them out, I shared the personal notes that I take in class with them via a Google Doc. And I encouraged them to invite anyone they know. Boy, last time I saw someone open a can of worms that big. They were shopping for fishing supplies at Costco. Recently, one of my friends invited a friend of theirs. Let's call her Jess, 20F, who I've never really interacted with, but I have a massive crush on. I think she and I would make a great couple. Crack. Pardon me. That was just the sound of me getting whiplash from the turn this story just took. Excuse me, but you think that you and this girl you've never really interacted with would make a great couple? I saw better matches watching my blind friend play concentration. What exactly gives you the impression that you'll be so darn good together? But she's not really into sensitive smart guys. Because on her Instagram, I see all her stories show her out with really jock-like men. Pointed look to camera. I realized that she was using my doc. The most you can see who looks at or edits the doc on Google Docs. And most of my other friends would pop up sometimes. But I would see her icon pop up a lot. You don't say. You mean someone actually found your freely given, helpful resource to be helpful? Fancy the FK out of that. I also know for a fact that she isn't doing well in the class. So I got a really good idea. Reach out to her and maybe break the ice by offering to help her study? Although, no, you'd probably get 1 or 2 sessions in and then think you're entitled to sex. I would put subtle mistakes in the doc so that she wouldn't do well in the exam. And then I can offer to tutor her. Oh, and here I thought you were just going to undermine her and contribute to her failure out of spite. No, turns out you're not just an asshole. You're a manipulative, controlling, black mamba levels of toxic asshole. I told my friend about this plan, and they called me an incel. True. Personally, I think they're overreacting. Because Jess isn't going to do well either way, even if I don't put mistakes. So my plan will actually benefit her grades, while also allowing me to interact with her and talk to her. You missed the part where you might manage a similar result by just, offering to tutor her. But then you couldn't get off on pulling the strings. But, as we've already established, she is much better off staying as far away from you and your judgmental, nice guy, Tatty-esque attitude. I hope your friend spills all the beans. Because you've got your head so far up your ass you're getting teabagged by your own stomach. YTA. Your friend is right. YTA. YTA. Why would you manipulate a situation like that? Since you've seen her edits, couldn't she see yours as well? Once she inevitably checks the edit history, you're gonna be found out. Just talk to her. 1. It doesn't take as much effort as changing spellings or whatever and deliberately failing her. And 2. You won't be such a butthole. Even morality aside, why would she ask you to tutor her? Your mistakes won't make you look smart either. Lol. YTA if that's not obvious and a total incel. There are enough people explaining why YTA because of how messed up your plan is just on face value. But here's what I want to know. What happens if your genius, creepy and manipulative plan fails? What if you do all this and tutor her for a few sessions, ask her out, and she rejects you? Are you going to quit tutoring her? Because now you've tanked her grade and are leaving her floundering all because she doesn't like you back. And don't say that it doesn't matter because her grades aren't good anyway. If her grades really were that bad, you wouldn't have to resort to literal sabotage. And even if you do offer to continue tutoring her, you've now put her in the incredibly awkward and uncomfortable situation of needing to maintain contact with someone you've rejected. Not to mention, given the frankly extreme lengths you're prepared to go to just to set up an opportunity to interact with her, I highly doubt you'd be able to put your feelings aside to continue tutoring her without expecting something in return. Which means, again, you've now tanked her grades just because she doesn't like you back. You've said in some of the comments that you really do love her. That this isn't just you trying to sleep with her because you think she's hot. If that's true, an important part of truly loving someone is genuinely caring for their well-being. Being willing to purposefully lower someone's grades because they rejected you, which is almost certainly what will happen if she doesn't like you back, is not looking out for their well-being. It's the opposite of that. So if you actually do care about Jess in any way, and aren't just being creepy and selfish, this plan is a truly awful way of expressing that. Maybe spend some time thinking about what love actually is before you try coming up with any more schemes to get yourself a girlfriend. Because whatever true love is, it sure isn't this. How do you feel this isn't incel behavior? You think this girl is attracted to men who are good-looking versus you who isn't. You further that point with that fact that you couldn't just up and talk to her like a normal human being. So you want to sabotage her grades so you can personally tutor her to get her to like you so you can date her. This is literally the definition of being an incel. YTA. Jess isn't going to do well either way, even if I don't put mistakes. So why put in the mistakes in the first place? Normal, non-sociopathic people would typically just offer someone help, without stabbing them in the back first. YTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.